Are you ready for it?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're exploring how the two biggest names in the music industry today are bringing a renaissance to the latest eras of music. Keep in mind that we've gone with the most up-to-date statistics and data available, but that these numbers are all sure to keep changing as these women keep cementing their influence on the industry.
But cities from Philadelphia to Chicago are reporting hotels filling up and a bump in tourism.
Beyonce and Taylor Swift are two of the biggest, most celebrated, and most accomplished names of the 21st century so far. Throughout their respective careers, they have shattered more glass ceilings and broken more barriers than we can count. In 2023, both embarked on record-breaking world tours, reminding fans of exactly who run the world. You can't have a singing career without, well, songs, and both artists have proven time and time again that they know what their audience likes. While Bey tends to enjoy a collaborative effort when it comes to songwriting, she adds her voice to the mix too.
That year, Beyonce became the first Black woman and second overall to win Songwriter of the Year at the ASCAP Music Awards for co-writing the Survivor album by Destiny's Child at just 20 years old.
Unfortunately, she's been criticized for misrepresenting her songwriting skills, but those claims seem largely baseless. Indeed, according to Neo and Ryan Tedder, who have respective writing credits on Irreplaceable and Halo, people forget that songwriting isn't just about the lyrics.
If you listen to my version of Irreplaceable and listen to Beyonce's version of Irreplaceable, it's two damn totally different songs with all the harmonies and extra stuff that she put in there. So yeah, I gave her writer's credit because that counts. That's writing.
Both hailed her ability to hear a demo and add all the right nuances and harmonies to turn it into a hit. And, well, the evidence speaks for itself. Still, if someone asked you to name one of the most prominent singer-songwriters of the modern age, we'd guess a fair few would say Taylor Swift. After all, she either wrote or co-wrote practically every song she's ever released, and even a few for other artists too.
It was a real breakthrough moment of excitement and happiness, and I kind of referred to writing these songs as a flotation device.
Swift built her career by penning relatable lyrics set to the most gorgeous or bop-inducing melodies. In an article for Elle, she explained, quote, "I love writing songs because I love preserving memories, like putting a picture frame around a feeling you once had." Indeed, she captures life's highlights and lowlights, whether that's through the heart-pulling 15, the beast mode-style Bad Blood, the empowering Shake It Off, or the masterpiece that is the 10-minute version of All Too Well. Her voice is universally relatable and continuously grows and evolves.
What if I told you I'm a mastermind? And now you're mine.
The same can be said for Beyoncé's voice, as the artist is celebrating her renaissance. Queen Bey arguably set the bar for what it means to be an R&B powerhouse in the modern day, and let's be honest, she set it exceptionally high.
Top everything, you know it. King already, you know it.
In Destiny's Child, she and her bandmates fused R&B and pop, bringing the former genre to wider audiences and creating a blueprint for future artists. Bey carried that legacy into her solo career and collaborated with rap artists while delving into hip-hop. 2016's Lemonade featured tracks rooted in reggae, gospel, country, rock, and more, reportedly making her the first artist to receive Grammy nominations across 4 genres simultaneously. Meanwhile, 2022's Renaissance brought the club to listeners, with dance, house, and disco numbers, among other things. She also found her musical theater voice, perhaps most notably as Dina Jones in the 2006 Dreamgirls movie adaptation. T Swift also dabbled in movie musicals, but perhaps the less said about that, the better. We don't want anyone getting catty.
I might mention Mungo Jerry, Rumpelteazer, Griddlebone.
But like Beyonce, Swift also knows how to travel between and within genres. After all, that is the premise of her Eras tour. In 2006, the world was introduced to a rising country artist through her eponymous debut album. She followed that up with Fearless, incorporating pop, and Speak Now, which has a rockier edge mixed in with that. Red, for its part, also featured a slew of other genres. By the time she released 1989, her transition into pop was complete. Her reputation continued to evolve, and she showed us she could master electropop, rock, and even R&B. Lover kept the momentum strong, while Folklore and Evermore took a more folksy direction. 2022's Midnights continue to show that seemingly no genre is out of her range. As we can see, both artists are natural-born hitmakers who know how to keep their fans on their toes. But how does that translate to album sales and streams? Well, we can't think of many modern-day artists who can boast as many albums that debuted at #1 on the charts as Beyoncé. Her first solo studio album, Dangerously in Love, 2008's I Am Sasha Fierce, and 2016's Lemonade are reportedly among the best-selling works of this century. So far, she's amassed numerous platinum and multi-platinum records, and Cuff It from the Renaissance album even scored a diamond classification. If you're more of a streamer, you've probably contributed to her impressive stats on sites like Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Music. Maybe you're one of the millions of fans who helped make Halo her most listened to song on Spotify. Baby, I can see your halo. You know you're my saving grace. The Swifties and Beehive reportedly turn out in about equal measure to support the artists on Tidal. But it seems that Swift's fans are more likely to turn to Spotify to listen to her music monthly. They're especially big fans of Antihero and Blank Space, which as of 2023 are her most streamed songs. In 2022, Midnights broke the record for most single-day streams on Spotify. The album also set sales records and made her the first artist to have 6 best-selling albums in the US in their respective years. As of 2023, Tay has 9 #1 studio albums if you exclude her re-recordings, and a record 12 so far if you include them. Like Beyoncé, she's one of the best-selling artists of all time, with more than 200 million certified sales. Swift also has numerous platinum and multi-platinum albums. Her sophomore album, Fearless, even went diamond. You could listen to Beyoncé and Taylor's music on repeat, but there's nothing quite like the live experience. Indeed, in 2023, both embarked on career-defining tours. For Beyoncé, the Renaissance World Tour marks her 9th concert tour. B's known for her innovative spectaculars. This time has been no exception. Her record-breaking worldwide ticket sales speak for themselves.
High demand for tickets to see Queen Bee perform live this weekend prompted the addition of 2 more shows in Atlanta.
This tour has reportedly surpassed previous ones to become the highest grossing of her career and of any female artist thus far, period. Reports also suggest that ticket sales and other related activities have helped the U.S. economy through its own renaissance.
With more than 100,000 fans expected to check her technique at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this weekend, experts say that we can certainly expect to see a boom in business.
But Beyoncé isn't the only female powerhouse helping boost economies. It's like she's saying, who run the world? Yes, T-Swift's 6th concert tour also helped bring the US economy into a new and more prosperous era. It hasn't exactly been hurting international economies either. Like Beyoncé's tour, the demand for Eras tickets crashed websites. It caused such a whirlwind that it was likened to Beatlemania and aptly nicknamed Swiftmania. Some publications even held the tour accountable for raising Swiftflation.
Which means the U.S. tour could generate $4.6 billion in consumer spending, according to the Common Sense Institute. That's more than the GDPs of Grenada, Belize, and Tonga combined.
Fans have been gathering in hordes to see the singer, and those who didn't get tickets have been tailgating outside venues. In Seattle, enthusiastic Swifties basically even caused a minor earthquake.
I've heard people who were in the upper levels could see it moving.
We can also practically guarantee that folks will show up in very large numbers to see the concert film in theaters. The singer has also proven to be a generous employer, reportedly rewarding her workers with roughly $55 million in total bonuses. The tour itself is projected to get Swift into her billionaire era, though it's hard to guess how much it'll end up making, as it's slated to continue well into 2024.
Diamonds in my eyes. I polish up real nice.
While it's Bey and Tay's creative visions that have undeniably made them superstars, it's always nice to see their artistry get some recognition. Between them, they have more awards than most of us could probably fit in our homes. Beyonce is one of the most decorated female artists. In fact, with 32 wins as of 2023, she currently holds more Grammy Awards than any other artist.
I'm trying not to be too emotional. And I'm trying to just receive this night.
And at this point, it's hard to think of a prestigious music award she hasn't won multiple times. Lemonade and Homecoming were nominated for Primetime Emmy Awards, and Be Alive from the King Richard movie was nominated for an Oscar. Outside of music, Beyonce has also gotten her flowers elsewhere, snagging award victories for things like her fashion and philanthropy. She's most certainly school in life.
Crazy baby, who needs up to free when your school is live?
Likewise, if you walk into wherever Tay Tay keeps her awards, we can practically guarantee that you'll see the whole place shimmer, especially after her fantastic night at the 2023 VMAs.
Her song, Anti-Hero, not only took home Video of the Year at the VMAs, Swift won for writing and directing it as well.
We're sure those moon people will look lovely next to her dozen Grammy Awards. She was also the youngest person to claim an Album of the Year Grammy for Fearless, though that title now belongs to Billie Eilish.
When we're 80 years old and we are telling the same stories over and over again to our grandkids and they're so annoyed with us, this is the story we're going to be telling over and over again. In 2010, how we got to win Album of the Year at the Grammys. Thank you.
Much like Beyonce, it's hard to think of an award Swift hasn't won. Whether it's the AMA's Artist of the Year, Billboard Woman of the Year, or her many Teen Choice Awards. Perhaps most impressively, Swift has broken over 100 Guinness World Records, often beating herself to break new ground.
You put me on and said I was your favorite.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Now that we've got information, we can look at both artists' legacies so far. For decades now, Beyonce's been setting the blueprint for artistry, and her achievements in the music industry are phenomenal. She's paved the way for many artists and revolutionized our perceptions of genre and performance. She's also hailed for repopularizing albums, and no one knows how to drop surprise music quite like her. Her music has also found its way into the cultural lexicon. Let's not forget who made phrases like "put a ring on it" and "boy bye" what they are today. She's also a vocal social activist, notably using her platform to call out racism and uplift the Black community. Taylor Swift's mark on the music biz is just as staggering, and like Bey, she's a cultural icon. She's one of the most accomplished and influential musicians of her age.
You're a doctor, Dr. Taylor Swift. Sorry, I should have announced you earlier as doctor.
No, it's
Introduce
fine.
you as doctor.
It's fine.
Sorry,
I
I'm just
respond to
getting used to it,
things.
yeah.
And her knack for evolving her career while never losing sight of her dedicated fan base is remarkable. In fact, Swift's commitment to her fans, seen through everything from her famous Easter eggs to exclusive listening parties, is practically unparalleled. She's built a brand much bigger than her music, incorporating business, entrepreneurship, philanthropy, and social justice. Her willingness to experiment, surprise, and include her fans in her journey has practically reshaped the biz, especially in the digital age. She's even helped other artists navigate certain aspects of the industry and empowered them to take more control over their work.
You are a mega mentor, not just a regular mentor, a mega mentor.
I'm a mega mentor?
A mega mentor.
I didn't know I had mega in front of it. I'm so excited about that.
To put it simply, the music industry wouldn't look the same without these two trailblazers laying the groundwork. If they've already achieved this much respectively, just imagine what they could do together. Yes, we're trying to manifest a collab, and we know we're not the only ones.
To say I admire you is like, there's just not a word for it.
Which Bey or Tay era are you crazy in love with? Tell us in the comments. We're ready for it.
Say you'll never let me go. Say you'll never let me go. Say you'll never let me go. Say you'll never let me go.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.